Okay, on this video I'll be talking about the few things or things that I did not like about the new Himalayan. The first thing that any layman would notice would be the seat. The seat is just not good. I rode for about 50 kilometers or so yesterday non-stop, and my butt was numb after 30 kilometers, so I need to constantly adjust myself. So the seat is not good. Well, if you're spending that much money, why not give the user at least a good seat which they don't have to think about, because people will be taking this motorcycle for long tour. Second thing would be the front suspension. It is very nice, but it is soft, and that softness in the front suspension, although it doesn't nosedive every time you brake, but that softness in suspension, I mean, I can feel it. It will rob you of your confidence if when you are turning. Had there been an option to get adjustable suspensions, which I'm pretty sure in the future there will be aftermarket companies coming up who will offer adjustability, preload adjustability on the upside down suspensions. In the Himalayan, I will definitely get that. Front suspensions, they're on the acceptable side, but I wouldn't make them really good. Because this has a very torquey engine, you will have to constantly rev the engine as well. See, if you don't do that, then it'll do that. So at any given RPM, so fourth gear, it'll perform optimally in the rev range of 4,000. Fifth gear, you keep it at 4,000, 5,000, it will perform okay. You need to rev it constantly. So at sixth gear, and I come down a little bit at 3,000 RPM, do you see? That puts an immense pressure on the clutch. Best is to go 2 gears down. As amazing as this bike is, I think by far the worst thing about the new Himalayan right now is tubed tires. Tubed. But yes, why would I want to pay a premium amount and then constantly think about not getting stuck in an isolated area with a flat tire and trying to change tubes in it? That's the biggest thing that I don't like about the new Himalayan. Tubed tires. I cannot wait for the tubeless spoked wheels, because spoke wheels will be the best for off-roading. The finishing on the bike, although if you look at the bike from at a distance, the bike looks absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, no doubts about it. However, there are small places like the seat rack, the tail rack, and all these plastic bits that you see, they're not that finished. These ones, they're not that finished, and you can easily you can easily cut your hands in this plastic. So I plan to take a sandpaper and make them a little blunt. The finishing is not that good. also the LED lights. Be careful of what you wish for. Many users complained again and again that Royal Enfield should provide LED headlights, LED headlights. They really went out their way to complain that when are you coming with the LED headlights? And guess what? The LED headlights are here. And they only look good. They don't perform good. So what Royal Enfield should have done, in my opinion, was they should have given a headlight unit which has an LED bulb inside of it, which the customer can change in the future. Which is why Royal Enfield is also coming up with auxiliary headlights in the future. So that's an added expense, so that's a no-no. And the windscreen. The windscreen is too short and you will feel buffeting. Even at 80 or 90, whenever I had pushed this motorcycle, I did feel a little strain on my neck because you're sitting higher on the motorcycle. There are vibrations in this motorcycle. Yes, it will leave you with buzzing hands and feet. So all the more reason for you to invest in gear, proper gear. Well, this thing vibrates, but not in a way that you would expect. During the engine break-in period, you will not be taking the bike. You're advised not to take the bike above 4,000 RPM. And as a result, you don't feel most of the vibrations. And you would feel that, oh, the bike is really good. I don't know what people are talking about. Vibrations? My bike doesn't have any vibrations. You get it serviced, and then you become a little enthusiastic, and then what happens is you want to take it above 4,000 RPM. That will leave your hands buzzing. Yep, above 5,000 RPM, you will get a buzz in your hands and your feet. And it's very evident in your bum as well. Whoa. That's pretty evident. And man, the only way to tackle that would be to get a touring seat. And I can't wait for that. Or you stand up. Okay, so another thing was, this bike doesn't have a tail light. The stop light is integrated onto the indicators, which might look cool as a very first feature on a Royal Enfield motorcycle. However, if in the off chance that you break an indicator, or someone else breaks an indicator, or the motorcycle falls and the indicator gets damaged, you also are sacrificing on the stoplight. Unless of course you plan to modify it, yours truly, in which case the indicators will be tiny and there will never be a risk of the indicators breaking, because there will never be a direct pressure or point of impact on the indicators. So that's another thing that I didn't like, was there is no stoplight. The center stand. I don't mean to belittle anyone. No pun intended, please. But it is as easy as it is to put this motorcycle on its center stand, it is equally difficult to take this motorcycle off of its center stand. Smaller riders will feel that. And it leans, oh yeah, if you put this bike on the side stand, it leans way too much, which can be very uncomfortable for most of the riders out there. The mirrors, I don't, they're quite big for For my taste, I plan to get the touring mirrors as and when there is a stock availability in any of the Royal Enfield showrooms, and not these bent ones. I don't like these, because you can't really adjust them, and every time you want to adjust them, you'll have to bring the spanner out, loosen this nut, adjust this factor on it, and then adjust this one. There's a nut here also. I mean, yeah, a little too cumbersome for my taste. So, nope. It will heat. I have had this motorcycle for a little over 3 weeks now, and even I can feel the heat that comes out of this thing, because new users will find it difficult adjusting to the level of heat this thing dissipates. It doesn't bother me because I've always been someone who does not ride in shorts and always wears denims and protective gear whenever I'm riding. So I have a plus point. Once the traffic is moving, then it won't bother you, because the cool air is also hitting your legs. But once you are in traffic, like, you will feel the heat that's radiating from here. Shorter riders will find this motorcycle a bit cumbersome in traffic or slow speeds. So when you do book a test ride for this motorcycle, I would urge you to not only go for a ride, but also get off the bike and try to manage it around the parking area. That is when you get to feel the weight of this motorcycle and get to decide whether you want to do this long term or not. Another thing that I have noticed on this motorcycle particularly, which is this rotatory switch, and this, I mean, if I talk about this one, so this is on the low beam setting, this is on the high beam setting, and if you want to give the passing signal to someone, you have to make quite an effort to reach for it. Either that or leave the clutch, grab the handle, and then do this with your thumb. Because for my hand, the size of my hand, I am unable to do that without letting go of the clutch lever. So I have to do this, and not sure how safe this is, but in any case, that's a very, very minor issue, and I'm just talking about things that I don't like about this bike. The controls should have been like here when I'm riding my Interceptor. The pass switch is right here where the home button is situated. People come from anywhere, man. Yes, you are not supposed to change the trip 1, trip 2 on the go, but it would have been nice if you were able to, because like the passing switch, this is also situated way below, and you have to really move your hand to access that. You will be going for the mode changing button right here, but accidentally you will be hitting the indicators button. So that's about it for the things that I don't like about the new Himalayan. If you think I missed something, do mention in the comments, and I will make a separate video on that in the future. And if you enjoyed this video and learned something new, do give it a like. That really helps my channel grow. And if you're new to the channel and want to find your way back, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications icon so that you will be notified whenever I upload new content. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and this is Shri out.